This morning, more Mexican National Guard troops are patrolling Tijuana. Thanks for being here at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Ramport. Glad to have you with us. So more arrests have also been made. This all comes after last weekend's violence. Mexico's president says 6 people were just detained in the state of Sinaloa in Mexico. And this comes as 300 additional National Guard troops arrive in Tijuana. You see that video right there of them arriving. They're going to join another group of troops who deployed on Saturday. Now, as we've been covering, at least 24 vehicles have been hijacked. Many of them set fire since Friday. Drug cartels are being blamed for that violence.
Also this morning, authorities saying a 15-year-old sex trafficking victim is safe after an FBI operation here in San Diego. And today, the man they arrested will be facing a judge.
CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol joining us live in front of the federal courthouse downtown with important information for all of us to know. Good morning, Dana Marie.
Good morning, Eric and Netta. Well, a 15-year-old girl is safe this morning after a rescue mission by the FBI, a crackdown called Operation Cross Country. We actually spoke to the special agent who was part of this effort about how it all went down.
Locally, we were able to locate and identify approximately 17 victims of human trafficking. Most of those were adults. However, we were also able to locate and identify and rescue one minor victim who was registered as a missing child.
Now, undercover agents went to a website advertising prostitution. According to the courthouse records, they found photographs of a very young-looking girl located in San Diego. They called the phone number and they spoke to the girl directly, negotiating to pay $300 for sex. Officers arranged to meet the girl at a hotel in Mission Valley. When she arrived, they found out that she was a 15-year-old runaway. Agents arrested the driver of the car who dropped the girl off, who now we know is Wesley Allen Neely. He's facing federal charges of sex trafficking of a minor. Now, Special Agent Green says sex traffickers typically start off acting as a friend to the victim and then start threatening them or forcing them into prostitution. She advises parents to keep an eye out on their kids. If for some reason you start seeing your child with a new item or money that there's no explanation for, or if they start behaving in a strange manner, hanging out with people that they won't tell you who they are or what they're doing, those could all be indicators. Now, the man arrested at the Mission Valley Hotel is now facing 10 years in federal prison if convicted of child sex trafficking charges. Now, of course, we're going to be following all of this. He's due in court this morning. Further updates, you can always head to CBS8.com. I'm Dana Marie McNichol coming to you live from San Diego Courthouse for CBS 8.
Dana Marie, thank you. This morning we are hearing from a widower whose wife was killed in an e-bike crash in Carlsbad. Christine Hawk Embry was riding with her 16-month-old daughter near Carlsbad High earlier this month when a car hit them. The toddler was not hurt. Her loved ones want to see more traffic slowing measures like speed bumps and roundabouts to make roads safer.
We were supposed to live 40 more years together. We were supposed to grow old and gray. My daughter, who was running around, doesn't have a mom. No one should have to suffer. Please don't let my wife's loss of life go in vain.
Oh, you can hear that emotional plea from the woman's husband there. 2 cyclists have been killed in Carlsbad in less than 2 weeks. Earlier this week, a bicyclist was hit by a motorcyclist that was being chased by police. The city is gathering speed and traffic data for the areas where these 2 bike fatalities happened.
And now you are being asked to conserve energy today. A statewide flex alert will take effect from 4 to 9 p.m. So during that time, you're asked to avoid using any major appliances. So that means turn off all your unnecessary lights too and set the thermostat to 78 or higher. That's because the state wants to protect the power supply during this excessive heat that we've all been under. We're going to check in with Evan for a look at that forecast in just a few minutes.
And this morning, over 35,000 kids returning to class at Poway Unified. It is the 3rd largest district in our county. CBS 8's Chris Groh live at Rancho Bernardo High School now with some of the changes these kids are going to see. You're going to see a lot of those smiling faces here, buddy.
Yeah, a lot of changes, and we'll see some of those smiling faces coming up a little bit later on in the morning than maybe we're used to. But just joking around here with Dr. Phelps, we've got our Bronco blue on, people, because we are celebrating here at Rancho Bernardo High School the first day of school. Dr. Phelps, thank you so much for joining us this morning. What are you most looking forward to? We know a lot of freshmen are going to be starting their high school career. You guys have something very special across all the high schools within your district.
Yes, we handed out these little red pins to all of our staff to kind of remind them, like, you know, this is coming out of a 2-year worldwide pandemic. Like, this is brand new for a lot of kids, right? And so we're super excited to welcome them back. I mean, I think every year, no matter how many first days of schools I do, it's like the first time, the excitement. There's nothing that replaces that feeling of, watching kids coming to school with their new backpacks, their first day of school clothes, and it's super exciting. So.
Yeah, and you guys have some really amazing improvements. We're literally standing on them right now, and I know we have some video that will show the viewers. You guys invested a lot of money here in Rancho Bernardo High School. We saw the before, if you will. This is a major upgrade for kids, isn't it?
Yes, Rancho Bernardo High School along with Poway High School are over 30 years old, and so they don't have any more special taxes or Melrose money, and so we as a district have to fund any renovations that happen at schools like RB High School. But we just put in about $13 million into RB High School to renovate the classrooms, renovate the center area. As you can see, is absolutely gorgeous, ready for kids coming back to the first day of school.
And what would be your message if you've got some of your students that they're watching at home right now as they get ready for their first day? If they're a 9th grader about to start high school, what would be your message to them this morning?
Hey, we're excited to have you to come to school. I mean, the staff has been getting ready all summer, getting their classrooms ready, and we're ready. We're ready to walk side by side with you, to make sure that we can incite and inspire your passions, to ensure that you have success failing forward, and that you're supported all along the way. So have a great year.
That's right. Well, Dr. Phelps, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And look, we know that there is a lot going on this morning. Poway Unified starting school today, and we know that a lot of other school districts will be starting school relatively soon if they haven't already. Just go to CBS8.com, click on that story link if you have any questions before you and your kids start the school year. Eric and Netta?
All right, yeah, everyone's excited. All the superintendent's up early, as are all the kids. Everyone's pumped up. Love to see that.
There's really not much sleeping overnight, I would imagine. Chris, thank you very much for that.
I remember that first day. We all do, right?
And, besides Poway, many other districts also going back to school. Alpine, Bonneville, Cajon Valley, also Dehesa, Oceanside, Spencer Valley, and Vista. So enjoy this first day of class. Good luck on a new semester here.
Send us those pictures to the Near Me app, right? We want to see those first day photos.
Those new outfits, all fresh and new. Always fun. They're like almost crunchy still,
My son said, I'm wearing my Padres outfit today.
Oh,
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, make sure you are still taking off that little plastic, sticker thing with the sizes. It's always going to get me, so, I speak out of caution and experience. 6:08, good morning to you. We're starting off the day with clouds along the coastline. That is mainly an issue for about the ocean side through about downtown area. You see those clouds just building over the last about hour or so. Temperatures are going to be unaffected by that. We're still going to be in the upper 70s and low 80s across the coastline. Sea breeze keeps the coast a little bit cooler, but we are going to nonetheless be in the above average range. Average for downtown San Diego would be 77 degrees. We are expecting downtown to get to about 81. Most other coastal communities will be in the upper 70s. Inland, we're looking at 91 this afternoon. Hey, you're a degree cooler than yesterday. It's not going to be all that noticeable. We still hang out in the 90s. Inland valleys are still above average. It is a hot day. It is still a humid one, but not quite as humid as, say, 1 week ago. And then it looks like over the next couple hours, we'll see those clouds clear out and we'll see plenty of sunshine. So it will still feel very, very hot out there. Across the mountains, we're going to see an uptick in humidity and moisture as we head toward your Friday and Saturday. Those are 2 days to watch out for. But leading up to it, we actually see fewer showers and thunderstorms across the mountaintops. So less of an opportunity for any of that to affect us today and tomorrow before we see an uptick, and likely our best opportunity to arise on Saturday before we start to see both those temperatures and our relative humidity drop as we head into Sunday and Monday. Let's take a look at traffic. It's 6:09 on the clock right now. So far, we are doing okay on those roads. You see how the Coronado Bridge is slightly impacted, some slightly slower speeds there, but all I want to take you to is about the Mira Mesa area. Exit ramp on the 15 southbound to Mira Mesa Boulevard, blocked right now with a stalled vehicle. CHP is on scene. We also are hearing that a tow truck is arriving just about as we speak. So we'll keep you updated, but should be cleared in a matter of minutes.